My name is Wendy, and every time I hear stories about the Aswang, the blood-sucking creature from Filipino folklore, I feel my body turn cold. It's not because I'm fascinated by ghost stories, but because I've met one. It happened years ago, back when I was unemployed and barely surviving in a small rented room in Quezon City. I spent my days walking under the scorching sun, submitting resumes anywhere that would take them: cafes, shops, agencies, anything to make ends meet. One morning, I arrived at a cramped recruitment office in Pasay. The place was suffocatingly hot and overcrowded. Applicants were sitting shoulder to shoulder, fanning themselves with folders, waiting for their turn. I found an empty seat near the back. Beside me sat a woman in her early 30s. Her clothes were simple, her smile polite, but her eyes felt strange, too sharp, as if she were looking right through me. She spoke first. "Are you applying to—" "I'm Doris, from Capiz." I smiled back, trying to be friendly. "Yes, I'm here for the interview too." At first, Doris talked cheerfully about ordinary things: her long trip from the province, the heat, the crowd. But after a few minutes, her tone shifted. Her voice dropped, and she began talking about her hometown and the Aswang. "You know, people think they're just myths," she said softly, "but they live among us. By day, they look like anyone else, but at night, they change. Some fly, some crawl. They feed on blood or on hearts." A chill ran down my spine. I forced a weak laugh. "That sounds terrifying, but those are just stories, right?" Doris smiled faintly, her gaze fixed on me. "Not all stories are made up," she whispered. "Some people here in the city are not who they appear to be." Her voice sent a cold wave down my neck. I quickly looked away, pretending to check my phone, and prayed my turn would come soon. When my name was finally called, I stood up so fast I nearly dropped my papers. I was just grateful to escape that strange conversation. After my interview, I stepped out of the building. It was already dark. The streets were quiet, the air damp with the smell of rain. I walked toward the jeepney stop, relieved the day was finally over. But then, I heard footsteps behind me. I turned. Nothing. I walked faster. The footsteps followed soft, steady, matching my pace. When I turned again, I froze. It was Doris. She was standing a few meters away, half her face hidden under the flickering light of a lamppost. "Oh, hi," I said awkwardly. "You're heading the same way." She didn't reply. She just smiled, a strange, empty smile. I quickly hailed a tricycle and got in. As the driver started the engine, I glanced back. Doris was still standing there, watching me. By the time I got off near my street, I'd convinced myself it was a coincidence. Maybe she just happened to live nearby. I laughed at how paranoid I'd been. But as I turned into the narrow alley leading to my boarding house, I stopped dead. She was there. Doris stood at the other end of the alley, her body stiff, her face pale as paper. Her eyes glowed faintly red in the dark. How did she get here before me? I whispered to myself. My breath quickened. I took a step back, and she moved forward, slowly, soundlessly, as if her feet weren't touching the ground at all. Then, in a blink, she was closer. I turned and ran. My footsteps echoed through the alley. I could hear her behind me, faster, now impossibly fast. When I dared to look back, she was only a few feet away. Her mouth was twisted, her eyes wild. I screamed. A nearby door opened. A man shouted, "What's happening out there?" I bolted inside his house before he could even react. He slammed the door shut as I gasped for breath. The man looked through a small window, then froze. Outside, standing in the middle of the street, was a large black dog, its eyes glowing red, fixed on us. Then, without warning, the dog darted into the darkness, and in its place, I saw a woman's shadow running away. The man turned to me, pale as chalk. "That dog," he muttered, his voice trembling. "That's an Aswang." I couldn't speak. My hands were shaking uncontrollably. I don't remember how I got home that night. All I know is that for 3 days after, I was sick with fever. In my dreams, I saw Doris, her face pale, her eyes blood red, whispering something I couldn't understand. When I finally recovered, I returned to the recruitment office to check on my job application. "Hi," I told the receptionist. "I'm looking for someone, a woman named Doris. We were interviewed the same day." The receptionist frowned. "Doris, sorry, but there was no one by that name on the list. And that day, you were the last applicant." I froze. "That's impossible," I murmured. She shook her head. "No one else was here." I walked out of the building in a daze. The world felt quieter, the air heavier. Since that night, I never saw Doris again. But sometimes, when I walk home late at night, I still hear footsteps behind me matching mine, just like before. And once, not long ago, I heard a soft knock on my window. I pulled the curtain aside. Down on the street, a black dog was staring up at me. Its eyes gleamed red in the dark, and I knew without a doubt it was Doris. Thank you for listening to my story. If you enjoy tales like this, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more. Stay safe out there.